Hey everyone, it's Synth Designer back again with another video. Today I'm going to show you my 5 favorite plugins that I use in different types of music, and I'm just going to talk about them, how I use them, and hopefully kind of give you some idea of how you can use them in your own music. Again, these are all absolutely free. I'm not affiliated with any of them. I just like using them, and hopefully you guys can learn something about them. Before I get started, I just want to say if you're new here, go to synthdesigner.com. You can find tons of different presets, absolutely free, no signups required. You could also join my Patreon page for only a couple dollars a month where I give away these presets early, so about 10 to 15 different presets for Serum each month. And I also give away some exclusives as well. And please remember, if you like this video, to like and subscribe and comment down below. So let's get right into this. The first one I want to talk about here is OTT. Now, I think just about every type of producer uses OTT. It's basically a multi-band downwards and upwards compressor. Very simple, but it's free, and it is so powerful. So many cool sounds can be generated from this, and really kind of ups the kind of grit and how the sound can come through in a mix. So let's just listen to the sound I have here. So it's this rhythmic section here. So kind of a plucky, tons of different reverb here. Let's just kind of A/B this thing without OTT. You could hear it really kind of ups how much it will come through the mix and adds a little bit of grit and dimension. Very simply, how I use it is I don't often change a lot of these parameters. I just change the depth, and it's only on 29%. If I were to up this way more, so it sounds really cool. It's just adding some of that kind of compression that's necessary in a lot of electronic music to get that loudness that you need and to make certain things come towards the fore, right? And the next thing I want to show you is also through the sound. As you can hear, it's not right up the middle, and it's actually coming through on 2 different stereo speakers, obviously. It's coming to your left and right, and it's being panned automatically through this next plugin called Pancake 2. Now, I've mentioned this plugin a bunch of times, but I really encourage everyone to go out and download this thing. It's super simple. It's by Cable Guys. I should mention that OTT is actually by Xver, which is the same company as Serum. But this one is by Cable Guys, who make a lot of different cool presets as well. But this one, they make cool VSTs. This one is a very simple one to use, but it has a lot of different cool features. It kind of depends what you want to do. I find that using this simply is as effective as anything. You can hear the sound coming and panning back and forth. And you can automate how much you want it, how fast you want it to go through. So I have it on 1 bar right now. If I were to, say, go to a 1/4 bar, could hear a lot faster. And you can change up these lines as well through their presets, so you can kind of mess around with these. And you can also change the mix as well, which is nice because sometimes you don't need it to be quite that dramatic, or you want it to be more dramatic. Very simple interface, great, just very great plugin that you can use in a lot of contexts. This next plugin is a great option for chorus effects. It is super simple and doesn't require much explanation, but if anyone knows chorus plugins, they add kind of width, dimension, kind of expansion to the sound in a lot of ways, right? So if you want to expand your sound, make it sound a little bit bigger, but also kind of that retro style, because it was made very popular in the 80s, this is a great plugin. Now, there's a couple different types of choruses. You can play around. You can obviously turn on one and not the other, or both at the same time. Right now I have just the one. You have the dry and wet knob here, so you can set it all the way to wet. So if you wanted to put it on its own dedicated bus, set it all the way to wet, and then you can sidechain it. I didn't do that in this case. And you can also change the stereo width here and the volume. I like to kind of play around with this. In FL Studio, you have this kind of mixing knob as well. And I kind of played around with this. Let's just listen to the vocals here and A/B how it sounds as well. You can hear it's much more up the middle. It's a big sound, but when you turn on the chorus, that chorus really just adds a nice effect, and it's absolutely free to use. So I really encourage everyone to check out Tal Chorus LX. This next plugin I really love. I use it in a lot of kind of chill synth, chill wave type of music. It can be used in a lot of lo-fi type of music as well. It's called Chow Tape Model. It's an amazing kind of detuner type of plugin. It helps you create all sorts of cool sounds. You can do some compression, tone changes, get that tape saturation as well. I often like to just play around with this flutter feature. Let's just listen to the pad I have here. You can hear it's kind of got that detunement. Let's listen to without it. It's a nice sound, rarely warm kind of analog sound. But I want a little bit more detunement, so let's turn it back on. You could hear that flutter, so if we change the depth as well, you can change the rate as well. All this is to your taste, right? So it just got that great kind of analog kind of detunement sound. It kind of adds just a little bit of that extra special kind of element to your song if you really want to make it kind of sound a little bit more detuned and analog. This last plugin I use quite a bit. It's called Ozone Imager 2. This is their free version. Now they have a paid for version, but this one does a great job on its own. Very simple to use. It essentially adds more dimension to your sound. So again, let's listen to the same pad. And you can see here, if we were to turn off stereoize here, this is essentially what makes it wider. You can see it's just adding a little bit of that width, and you can up the width even more. Or turn it significantly down. You could probably automate it as well. It's just a great way of adding a little bit more width to your sound, and it depends what you want to use it for. You can use it for pads, you could use it for leads, whatever. It's all about just adding that extra dimension or turning it down and making it more mono. Very simple to use, highly recommended as well. But that's it. Those are my 5 favorite free plugins right now that I use all the time in different types of music. Let me know in the comments your favorite free VSTs right now and how you use them. I really like to know kind of what's out there and how to help others as well, in case, not everybody has an unlimited budget and would like to kind of get some cool ideas as well. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.